Well, people, you guys know I just finished a video and I want to do another one, okay? Sometime I walk through my apartment and I talk, me and God, we just roll like that. This one might be a little bit long. I've been thinking about doing longer videos lately. And I want to know what you feel in the comment section, but people, I gotta talk. I gotta talk. When I say I gotta talk, the world is about to go through a transition. We are going through transition. And it's not by accident, it is by design. Many of you do know it because you listen to other content creators, whether it's from a Christian point of view or a historical point of view. You know Mother Earth is going through a change. The governmental, the economic, the social, you know. And even if you don't frequent a variety of content creators, you just know. I'm going to give you my 3 arguments why Donald J. Trump was the most dangerous person alive. Now, I said was. I'm going to give you my argument why Donald J. Trump was the most dangerous person alive. I have called him the great illusionist. I've also pegged him as a setup man. This is all for the Antichrist. I believe we are in the end time. I believe that the Antichrist is awaiting. He is awaiting for the right time. He knows his time is short, and he knows that God, in a sense, has gifted him this moment because God is fed up with the evils of man. And God has called a time out to mercy, grace, and extension of love to a certain degree. And this is why we are seeing in part a transition of evil due to evil. A transition due to evil. It's the days of Noah on steroids. But Satan is clearly aware that he has got to make a move. He can't be too sloppy, but he's got to make a strategic, methodical move. He's got to get people in place. He's got to pass certain policies and certain laws. And so I want to play for you 3 videos. You're not going to see them. It's not going to hurt not to see them because I'm just talking. And I just want you to listen. That's what it is. I want you to listen. Without seeing the video. Sometimes that's a good thing to do. My grandmother had the audio Bible. And I had it too. And I got rid of it. I still regret it. I had the Bible on tape from Genesis to Revelation. What was I thinking? But in the audio Bible, it allows you to just sit and you can have a moment with God where you don't use anything but your ears. And your soul and your spirit align with the presentation. So I'm doing this for that reason, not alone, but I just don't want to hold a video or show you. I just want to talk. I want you to listen. It's going to be brief, but I'm going to give you my 3 arguments as to why Donald Trump was the most dangerous man alive. Arguably, this man has created more executive orders / policies, made more cosmetic changes in the White House than any other president. He has met in the last 9 months with more world leaders and has toured more on an international scale in a short period of time than any other leader. You have to ask yourself, what in God's name is he doing? I submit to you, it goes back that because God has poured back his grace and mercy, Satan knows his time is short and he's got to set up this dominion. But it's got to encompass so many things. It's got to have the social. It's got to have the political. It's got to have the religious. It's got to have your trust. And it's got to imprison you without you even noticing. And so I, as a Christian content creator, I feel compelled and I feel it is my duty. And I had a talk with God today about it once I got done with the video. And this is not the first time I've had this talk with God. And he's like, you need to talk to the people about the transition that is taking place before them. You've heard the story that Satan said he wanted to be like the Most High. Luke 10:18. He was hurled down of heaven. As he was hurled down from heaven, evidently, there's got to be, from the space of heaven to earth, there's got to be something that when you pierce it at a certain speed, it gives off lightning. I want you to understand this Luke 10:18, that when Christ told his disciples, I beheld Satan as lightning being hurled out of heaven. There's got to be something from the distance from the throne of grace to our realm that at a certain rate of speed, it causes in the heavens a streak, a force, if you will, that Jesus could only depict it or describe it as lightning. God has everything in a symphony. When I watch 50 or 100 birds fly simultaneously and they move simultaneously, left, right, up, down, how are they able to do that? What is it that's built into them that they get a signal simultaneously to move left and move right simultaneously? That lets you know that there got to be a God. And what I'm saying is, whether it's a bird or a school of fish in the water, they move in concert because they're in concert. That's how God designed them. When Satan got out of concert in that realm and God hurled him down to the earth, that streak, if you will, it displayed, it exemplified, it showed that force which was contrary to all of the nature and the natural that God had placed not only in the heavens, but the earth. So it was lightning. Mankind has, in our generation, taken the forces, and he knows that if you take one force on this end and one force on this end, and at the highest speed, if it spins and it hits, it then creates another force, arguably beyond the force that it had when it had impact. So when I think about what Donald Trump is doing, I liken it unto a force that is out of order with God. And I'm going to show that to you. Just listen.
To win this election, most important election ever. We want a landslide that's too big to rig. If you want to save America, get your friends, get your family, get everyone you know, and vote. Vote early, vote absentee, vote on election day. I don't care how, but you have to get out and vote. And again, Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed, it'll be fine.
Did you ever ask why he said Christians? He was at the turning point. But everybody there ain't Christian. So in general, or should I say specifically, he's just speaking randomly. It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You'll never have to vote again. He was telling you something. Contrary to the natural order that America has ever had. We've always utilized voting as a way for our order in which we speak. But listen to what he's saying.
You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed, it'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You gotta get out and vote.
I can't trust that. Because he's telling you, in my humble opinion, without telling you, this is it. What is it? It's my first argument.
Read this the other day and I said, wow, that's really amazing. That's really incredible. And it's the snake lyric. On her way to work one morning, down the path along the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor half-frozen snake. Interesting. His pretty colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Oh well, she cried, I'll take you in, and I'll take care of you. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman. Sighed the vicious snake.
You know the story. At the end, once the snake thawed out and came back to his natural nature, the snake bit the woman. Who in their right mind goes around the world reading that poem? I can't trust him.
Republic. Faith in God has always been the ultimate source of the strength that beats in the hearts of our nation. We have to bring religion back.
We have to bring religion back. In context, that sounds good, doesn't it? And because he's in leadership, leadership should try to set the tenor and tone for the direction like a father in their house. I said to you, he's created all these executive orders. I bet 99.9% of Americans don't even know what those executive orders are. He's been lying about the economy, just like Joe Biden lied about the economy. He told you could make America great again, but he didn't tell you that a lot of our farms, a lot of our real estate, a lot of our bonds, a lot of our stocks are owned by foreign countries. And he never had a fireside chat with simple people like you and I, where we could talk about what I just talked about. Because you can't make great what you don't own. If another country, especially your enemy, has leverage in your country, you're not great and will never be great. Those are my 3 reasons why I can't trust you. The media is complicit about not having the kind of conversations that I have and I present. Simultaneously in this time, as soon as Satan realized that God gave him a season, and some people say that season was from 1776. I'm not going to get into that. What I will say is this. In the times that you and I are living right now, the last 20, 30 years, you know good and well the morals, the politics, everything ain't what it used to be. That's what I'm talking about. And now we have leadership, and we have the social and the economics and the folks in the media, apparently all in concert. Christian nationalism is being formed without resistance. I'm going to say it again. Christian nationalism is being formed without checks and balances. Because we have Trump in the White House, and he said we're going to bring religion back. We don't have people with the guts to say, that is not your lane. That is not your responsibility. What I am seeing, and the reason why I'm doing this video, is because I am telling you that we are this close from all these religions joining into one conglomerate headed up by the state. Thus you have 666. That's why I'm doing this video. There's a danger in it. And I do believe that all these executive orders are a part of that. And they're going to put us in a situation through war, economics, social upheaval, and that's a nice word for civil war. They're going to bend the backs of America and the world, and all the religious leaders and all the governmental people, probably led by Christian nationalists. They're going to get together. I'm warning you now. Everybody hollering Christian ain't Christian. He is the most dangerous thing. And now that he's been given the stature of peacemaker, his believability and trust is epic. He, by far, is the most dangerous man. Was the most dangerous man. He set it up and he announced it. He announced the snake. He announced you never have to vote again. And now he announced he's going to bring back religion. He don't get to wear God's shoes. He don't get to do what men and women of the cloth are supposed to do. Church and state are separate. We do intermingle, but he don't get to lead it. Well, Pearson, are you saying that that's what he's doing? Yes, that's what he's doing. He's slick about it. He's a snake. And this is the year of the snake. And as a Christian content creator, I got to give you the right perspective so you don't fall for the okie doke. Because once he conditions you for this new place, your mind gonna be so dark, you're not gonna realize the lightning bolt that's striking. That's where Adam and Eve went wrong.